des musiques du monde entier.
Nadajemy prosto z Londynu.
From the UK to the world.
This is Matt Wilkinson
On Beats One.
Yes, hello everybody. Brand new music from Gorillaz on the way. Eve Owen, Amber Mark, Shopping, and a special guest in the form of this guy. Declan McKenna returns. This is Beautiful Faces.
And as the earth returned to calmly dress itself in white, we got a glimpse of all the people going out tonight. Big guys and little guys and bad guys and cuss. I bet they can't get enough. Tonight I wanna be on Broadway and in cabaret. Tonight I must go out and celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Tonight I must demand a raise so I can grab, let's say, some pipe replacements and strawberry laces. No spaces, beautiful faces smiling over us. Lift your hands up and lead us back home. Beautiful people won't remember you, honey. I bet you can't get enough. Beautiful faces smiling over us. Lift your hands up and lead us back home. Beautiful people won't remember you, honey. I bet you can't get enough. Tonight I'm good staying inside, but I'll be dancing for sure. Going to the stores, pulling socks out of the drawers of the people who you don't love anymore. The beautiful faces smiling over us. Lift your hands up and lead us back home. Beautiful people won't remember you, honey. I bet you can't get enough. Beautiful faces smiling over us. Lift your hands up and lead us back home. Beautiful people won't remember you, honey. I bet you can't get enough. All the beautiful faces smiling over us. Lift your hands up and lead us back home. Beautiful people won't remember you, honey. I bet you can't get enough.
It's super loud, it's super in your face, and this guy, Declan McKenna, is going to be live in the studio in a little while. Keep it right here on Beats One Apple Music. Declan has just announced details of album number 2. It's called Zeros. It comes out in May. He is the cover star of the Antidote playlist in Apple Music this week. Go and check that out right now. It's a brand new song we just used to kick off the show, Beautiful Faces. More from Declan coming your way very, very shortly. Quite excited about his return, to be perfectly honest with you.
This is Matt Wilkinson.
Welcome to the show, everybody. There's a lot of new music today as we recap the last 5 days in music land. Tunes on the way from Honeymoon, brand new Gorillaz teamed up with Slaves and Slow Tie. Amber Mark as well, and I've also got this from Rosalia.
Que ya lleva mi niño preso en más de 400 días. Le tenía abrazado en la cama cuando llegó la policía. Y un beso pude darle de despedida. Y eso me arde. Juro que que tú estés dentro yo te esperaré. El tiempo que tú estés dentro yo te esperaré. Juro que, juro que, juro que, juro que el tiempo que tú estés dentro yo te esperaré. El tiempo que tú estés dentro yo te esperaré. Joselito. Tiene una carta le di. Primer día de permiso, lo vas a pasar conmigo. Vaso, Gucci, diamante y marfil. Vaso, Gucci, diamante y marfil. Que yo lo empeño todo, que todo y te lo empeño pa' poderte sacar de ahí. Que yo lo empeño todo, que todo y te lo empeño pa' poderte sacar de ahí. Que si no sale todo entro yo, que si no sale todo entro yo. Atraco un banco esta noche y que me lleven pa' prisión. Que me lleven pa' prisión. Que me lleven pa' prisión. Juro que, juro que, juro que, juro que el tiempo que tú estés dentro yo te esperaré. El tiempo que tú estés dentro yo te esperaré. Juro que, juro que, juro que, juro que el tiempo que tú estés dentro yo te esperaré. El tiempo que tú estés dentro yo te esperaré.
By hook or by crook, I'm going to learn that on guitar one day. I might be about 90, because I think it's going to take me a while. But I will do it. And I'll do it like 1 mile an hour. Whoever her guitarist is doing it like 1,000 miles an hour. I'll be like a Mini Cooper version of it, and he's a Ferrari. This is Beats One, that was Rosalia.
Baby, you're all in hell, taking you on. Cause baby, things can have taken you on. Cause baby, things can have taken you on. Cause baby, things can have on. Cause baby, you're all in hell, taking you on. Cause baby, things can have taken you on. Cause baby, things can have taken you on. Cause baby, things can have taken you on. Baby, you're all in hell, taking you on. Cause baby, things can have taken you on. Cause baby, things can have taken you on. Cause baby, things can have 'Cause baby, you're all that have. 'Cause baby, things taking you on. 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 'Cause baby, you're all that have. Taking you on. 'Cause baby, things taking you on. 'Cause baby, things taking you on. 'Cause baby, things take my soul. 'Cause baby, you're all that have. Taking you on. 'Cause baby, things taking you. 'Cause baby, things taking you on. Like the last, baby, things taking you on. 'Cause baby, you're all that have. Taking you on. 'Cause baby,
Check out the 5 best songs on Apple Music that Fortet did for us last year. A beautiful, beautiful chat. Teaming up with Ellie Goulding for that brand new song, Baby. Here's a little taster of what you can expect over the next couple hours on Beats One.
Beats one, Matt Wilkinson.
We have this from Gorillaz teaming up with Slow Tie and Slaves. Brand new project from Gorillaz. This is the first track from it. It just hit Apple Music last night. Momentary Bliss. You're going to hear the full thing very, very shortly. I'm excited to play it to you. And this is called Two. This is the second track from Hayley Williams of Paramore, who has a solo project on the way. We had Simmer, which came out last Friday, and now we have Leave It Alone. And I got a whole bunch of great new tunes to play you, including this. Best Interest from Tyler, the Creator. This was an added track earlier in the week. Also, brand new Shopping on the way. Shabaka and the Ancestors, Liam Gallagher. He's just released a brand new EP, Amber Mark. And we've also got this. This is Honeymoon, who I really rate, a brand new breaking band with a track called Weirdo.
Sun was still shining, you looked so inviting. The shimmer, your halo emitting that day glow, yeah. Smiling, you seemed so excited. You knew that I liked it, I liked it, I liked it.
when I saw you dancing like a weirdo, tried to draw you in paper and pencil, like a breeze moves through an open window, just eludes me.
Seemed accidental, but expert. Your mental game so calculated, no movement inflated, yeah. Wonder just how I could conjure a spell that was stronger than that searing saunter.
when I saw you dancing like a weirdo, tried to draw you in paper and pencil, like a breeze moves through an open window, just eludes me.
Eyes keep telling me what I want to believe, but still I'm scared so. Hanging back, I let you see me watching it, the tension it grows. Do I dare hope for you to just leave him? Take a chance, take my hand and believe this.
when I saw you dancing like a weirdo, tried to draw you in paper and pencil, like a breeze moves through an open window, just eludes me.
Yeah, I'm really feeling this band. They come from Cape Town and their name is Honeymoon. We've supported them for a couple of years on the show. They've just come back with a brand new EP on Apple Music, which is coming out on February the 21st on Communion. And it's called Weirdo. That was the title track. Next up, we got Celeste and Stop This Flame.
Goes up, my heart goes down. We fall in love and we fall back out. I'll give you anything you want, anything you want, anything, anything. Just don't tell me no. You stop it still, then you make it rush. You're like a pill that I just can't trust. You tell me to stop, but I keep on going. Tell me to stop, but I keep on going. Tell me to stop, but I keep on going. Keep on, keep on, keep on. You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go. Well, who am I to say? Maybe by now you should know. You got your somebody calling. You think you're somebody, don't you? I think you're scared of keeping somebody close. Did I move too far? It's all too much. I think I must be mad to give you everything I had, everything I had, everything, everything, but it still went bad. Tell me to stop, but I keep on going. Tell me to stop, but I keep on going. Tell me to stop, but I keep on going. Keep on, keep on, keep on. You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go. You got your somebody calling. You think you're somebody, don't you? I think you're scared of keeping somebody close. You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go. Keep away from me if you can't withstand my love. Keep away from me, away from me. Keep away from me if you can't withstand my love. Keep away from me if you think you must. You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go. Well, who am I to say? Maybe by now you should know. You got your somebody calling. You think you're somebody, don't you? I think you're scared of keeping somebody close.
So it's Friday on Beats One. It's all about new music right now.
I will never let you go.
Brand new Hayley Williams on the way. But before that, we've got this. This is Gorillaz teaming up with Slow Tie and Slaves. This is from a brand new project called Song Machine. And from what I can understand, they're just going to drop brand new tunes as and when they happen. I really like this one. This is called Momentary Bliss.
So much better than this. Mostly your faces and momentary bliss. We could do so much better than this. So reach up, oh reach up.
Your potential, you lack credentials, and you are special, special. Oh how you need it, oh how you're needed, and you keep squeezing the truth from the middle. You pour the seas, but your arches they ain't golden, and you was gagging for some gags, and now you're rolling. Bet you shut your trap and keep it hush. On another note, couple the months made me blush. There's a hole in your pocket so you cannot find the change. Gather your mind, you say your pattern. You pull your strings and you jump, hold your mouth and you say what was scripted the day before it happened. We all give applause when people open doors, but on the way out it did your back in. See, everything in life is silver and gold, but mine is for metal get platinum. It makes me sick to think you ain't happy in your skin is where it fit. To think like ball gone blink, it just flickers. To dim then it pops, and whether you're a top key twist that you deserve, so then it makes me sick.
Poster girl.
They must be paid, and what is left is sodden cake. Typical, oh, you need to change your face. You get insulted, it's such a waste. You know we could do so much better than this. Swimming in pools of momentary bliss, where you gotta pay the bounty, cause everybody take it. Meanwhile you keep on adding, I bet you gotta grow.
It makes me sick to think you ain't happy in your skin is where it fit. To think like ball gone blink, it just flickers. To them then it pumps, and whether you're a top key twist that you deserve, so then it makes me sick to think you ain't happy in your skin is where it fit. To think like ball gone blink, it just flickers. To them then it pumps, and whether you're a top key twist that you deserve, so then it makes me sick.
So much better than this. Mostly in faces and momentary bliss. We could do so much better than this. Oh Rita, oh Rita. We could do so much better than this. Perfect little pictures of moments that we missed. We could do so much better than this. Oh Rita, oh Rita.
That's really good. That is Slow Tie and Slaves teaming up on a brand new song by Gorillaz. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Ian Jury, which is funny because earlier this week we had Baxter Jury on the show giving us the 5 best songs on Apple Music. There's something about the intonation of all those guys. You've got 3 people all from around the Thames estuary. Next up on Beats One, this is Little Dragon.
Hold on, where you going, where you going? Hold on, where you going, where you going? Baby, stay. Time has changed us so in every way. Beyond our dreams and more, the stars are not aligned. Let's sit for well enough. boy, good fortune boy. Hold on before you go. One thing that you should know, I never meant to hurt you so. I wish you happiness, joy, good fortune boy.
Live from London.
Matt Wilkinson
For Beats One.
Sunflower in the morning, standing in the garden, all before you wait. No power can compel you out into the daylight. Let that evil wait. Strange thought upon the pillow. What day demands a day? Well, I don't know. Sunflower in the evening, standing in the garden, taking up that space. No power can compel me back into the daylight. Let that evil wait. Strange thought upon the pillow. What day demands a day? Well, I don't know.
Can we just shout out the sandal company that Ezra Koenig wore to the Grammys? Anybody in the history of the Grammys ever turned up? Grammy winner, no less. Gone on that stage wearing sandals. Gotta hand it to him, man. Scumbro. That's what they call it, innit? He is the Scumbro King. Shouts to Ezra Koenig, Vampire Weekend. They won Best Alternative Music Album at the Grammys last Sunday. Coming up on Beats One after Deeper, we're going to invite Declan McKenna into the studio. He has a brand new record coming out in May and a brand new song, Beautiful Faces, which you've already played once in the show. You're going to hear it for a second time right after this heat, Deeper.
Crossing the line.
So we have 10 tracks. We have one brand new album. The album is out in May. Declan McKenna, Zeros is on the way. Beautiful Faces, brand new single out now. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling very excited. It was such a relief to get it out. It's just been such a long time coming. So yeah, I'm feeling good.
How long had that track been made for?
I wrote it about a year and a half ago and we recorded it last summer in August. So I've had it basically fully formed for half a year really and had it written for ages.
Long time.
Like most of the album I wrote well over a year ago, so it's just like it's a real relief to get something out there and be this is what the album's called, this is when it's coming, it's like it exists.
Well, we don't have long to wait. It is called Zeros.
Confirm.
It comes out on May the 15th. At what point did you know that you wanted Beautiful Faces to be the lead-off track to it?
I mean, the single's a weird one because I just love all the tracks. Like, it's not like I'm picking my favourite track, it's picking that sort of first foot forward. It's obviously 3 minutes 30, which helps. But it is just like, it's that short and snappy thing. And it just demands attention. It's a big song. And I was just like, I can't deny that this would be a great lead single for the album.
You know what I love about it is that your vocals are front and centre. And increasingly with the music that you put out, that seems to be the case.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be more expressive with my vocals, really, because it's all the music I love is. And like, I guess the idea with the recording of this new record was to kind of have these bold vocal performances and just like really getting really loose live takes of me and my band, just capturing as much energy with all those components as possible. Yes. Beautiful Faces, I guess, kind of encompasses that quite nicely because it's quite a heavy, one of the heavier tunes on the album, and guitars as well obviously has been kind of a big thing for me, just being like, I'm going to make this a guitar record. Like,
so you're in love with guitars at the moment? Are you in a guitar kind of vibe?
Yeah, I am. I just remember why I kind of started writing songs. It's because I loved guitarists. I got into Jimi Hendrix. I got into, all that stuff. And it's just like, well, I can shred. Like, why don't I just shred for a bit?
It's so strange because I feel like the guitar, it never goes away. There are always great playlists on Apple Music that are testament to that. But I tell you, in the last 6 months, quite a lot of musicians have come in here and said a similar thing. Mura Massa said the same thing to us. He's just released a record which is very, very guitar based, and Brittany Howard said exactly the same thing as well. I feel like a lot of musicians from all walks of life are kind of falling in love with real instruments and guitar again.
All over again. I just think there's something so primal about the guitar and playing it that is just so enjoyable and so expressive.
Because it's one of the oldest things in the world. That's why it will always endure, because people were doing it 1,000 years ago.
Yeah,
and they will be in 1,000 years' time as well.
Of a stringed instrument that we don't know about. That's what we need to
made out of a
reinvent.
tree. Yeah, exactly. Let's play the tune now. Beautiful Faces, Declan McKenna. This is taken from Declan's brand new album, which is out in May. Zeros. Play it loud. More from Declan after this.
And as the earth returned to calmly dress itself in white, we got a glimpse of all the people going out tonight. Big guys and little guys and bad guys and cuss. I bet they can't get enough. Tonight I wanna be on Broadway and in cabaret. Tonight I must go out and celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Tonight I must demand a raise so I can grab, let's say, some private placements and strawberry laces. No spaces, beautiful faces smiling over us. Lift your hands up and lead us back home. Beautiful people won't remember you, honey. I bet you can't get enough. Beautiful faces smiling over us. Lift your hands up and lead us back home. Beautiful people won't remember you, honey. I bet you can't get enough. Tonight I'm good staying inside, but I'll be dancing for sure. Going to the stores, pulling socks out of the drawers of the people who you don't love anymore. The beautiful faces smiling over us. Lift your hands up and lead us back home. Beautiful people won't remember you, honey. I bet you can't get enough.
Beautiful Faces. Declan McKenna is here with me now. The video is a lot of fun as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It was so fun to make.
The thing that struck me is you look quite a lot like Freddie Mercury in a way. You're kind of dressed in a similar way to him.
Jacket, yeah.
And it feels like you're becoming a very comfortable frontman in that sense of no instruments in the video. You're not playing an instrument, apart from when you shred.
Apart from when I
comes
shred.
in 2/3 of the way through.
How it should be.
I don't. Yeah, it sort of like arrives out of nowhere, like Spinal Tap styly. And obviously, when you're dressed that way, you do kind of imbibe the spirit of the great rock stars of years gone by, don't you?
I just really enjoy that side of performance. I was always into like theatre when I was younger, and like Freddie and David Bowie and like all those people. As you can probably tell by the way I present myself, I do love very much.
Talking of Bowie, when you came in here, which was in, when was it? December, flew on the train and we made the playlist. So we played a song in that called Zeros by David Bowie.
We did.
And the new Declan McKenna album is called Zeros.
Yeah.
Is there any connection?
Well, I didn't name it after that song, but then I think the reason which what I didn't tell you at the time, the reason I got into Zero, because like when I first thought like, oh, maybe I'll call my album that. Whenever you like think of something, you're like, oh, that's so cool, that's so interesting. I hope no one's thought of that. You can check in an instant, and you're just constantly disappointed because someone's always thought of like the idea. Like someone has always thought of it. It's so annoying. Especially because with this record, like the first album was quite a very specific. Like no one was going to come up with that title because I came up with it when I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
This one, I wanted something really simple. I was trying to get one syllable. I wanted one word at the very least, which I got in the end.
Why was that?
But, like, I guess I was trying to do the opposite of the first one in a lot of ways. I felt like there was a lot of big ideas on this record. Just wanted to get like a simple thing that can encapsulate all these ideas.
Is it an album for people who think they're zeros?
I mean, yes, it kind of is, because I was thinking a lot about how, regardless of who you are, this feeling of like worthlessness is through the roof. Like it's so present, you know, with how much social media is integrated with our lives and stuff. I was just talking about the world we're creating. A lot of the album is about the future and where we're headed, and how sort of computers interact with us, and how, you know, we're going to become even more integrated with social media, and it's the lines between reality and that will become closer and closer. And just, yeah, Zero's kind of summed that all up.
It's so interesting because having met you a few times now over the years, I actually think there's no other album you would have written other than that, because it is the prevailing issue of our times, and you're so good at writing about our time. It kind of is, it's your USP in a way. So to go in that style kind of so overtly, I think it's the right decision. You've always sounded big and brash, but it sounds a bit bigger and a bit brasher than where you've been before. It sounds vibrant
bigger and brasher,
energetic. Drums are loud, vocals are loud, guitars are loud, everything is pushed up
primal.
to 10. I like that. Record is out on May the 15th. It's called Zeros. Beautiful Faces is out on Apple Music right now. Declan McKenna, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Charm than most movie stars. So we met through a friend. We rent a place and she comes round to stay. And now your girlfriend is ringing in my ears again. It's no sure shot, but she likes all my favorite things. I know I shouldn't, but I'd like to spend more time with her. I wish she'd come over today. Tell they get along so well, is it possible? She likes me too, I'm not sure if I should read between those lines. And now your girlfriend is ringing in my ears again. I should be moving out, but can't, cause we've just signed a lease. My hands are shaking, the bedroom walls are paper thin. I heard her come over today. Thought maybe we'd go out for a movie, and we could
pretty interesting from Declan McKenna. A man brimming with confidence right now, in my opinion. Beautiful Faces is the first track taken from his second album, Zeros, which you can pre-out on Apple Music right now. Blossom's new album is out too. It's out today. It's called Foolish Loving Spaces. Your Girlfriend is one of the standout tracks from it. And earlier this week, I had an added track from Tyler, the Creator, Grammy winner. Finally, 9 years after coming out as a solo artist, he finally picked up a Grammy. Best Interest is a track which was slated to make it on Igor, didn't, but in my opinion would fit perfectly on that record.
Darling, 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 there's no need to worry. It's just a couple things. Just a couple things on my brain. If it's you another, there's no need to worry. Cause I can sleep between. I'm a third wheeler. I'm a side better. I'm a homewrecker. Give it up. I'm a third wheeler. I'm a side better. I'm a homewrecker. Give it up, give it up, give it up. I'll keep your best interest. I'll keep your best interest. I'll keep your best interest. I'll keep your best interest.
I was out here playing games. You was out here with a lame.
I can play the side real easy, but not for too long.
I'm the side. Gotta sneak around and hide with you. I wanna see you give me 5 minutes. Paparazzi probably got like 5. Click, click, click.
I won't tell anyone. It's our secret.
Top of the morning like yeehaw. I took my shot, this is beat ball. The team you play for is seesaw, so I know that it's fake when I see y'all. Don't wanna what you got up. I will never blow your spot up. I know my place, I'm the landlord. I carry the weight to my hand, so we can't keep doing this.
I'll keep you the best interest. Secret. I'll keep the best interest.
Still to come on the show today, music from Tame Impala, Eve Owen, Channel Trace and King Princess. And you're also going to be hearing from Baxter Jury, who gave us the 5 best songs on Apple Music a couple of days ago. This is new as well. I was really pleased to hear that Amber Mark returned. We've been playing her for a few years on the show. She had a great EP called 3:33 AM, which she put out, I think, in 2017. And I remember interviewing her a couple of times around that. The story behind the record is really deep. She had close ties to her family and her heritage, and an amazing voice too. She's travelled quite a lot since then, played a whole bunch of festivals and a whole load of features as well. She's back with a brand new single now. This is it. It's called Generous.
Tonight I'm feeling generous. You always catering to me, so let me put you first. Yeah, I got yeah, generous feelings. Whatever you desire, sit back and receive it. It's about you tonight, yeah. First let me give your eyes a taste of what's underneath this lingerie. So many reasons to give you what you deserve. Don't lift a finger, no. I'm gonna put in the work, let me focus on you. Finna get that 50 shades, yeah. Say what it is and I'll obey, yeah. I ain't seen you in like 7 days, yeah. I just wanna stay in for the weekend and get faded. Turning off my phone, yeah. Putting on some slow jams. Taking off your clothes, yeah. It's on, yeah. It's on, yeah. Tonight I'm feeling generous. You're always catering to me, so let me put you first. Yeah, I got 50,000 ways to make your eyes roll back. Hey, you're talking to yourself like how she ride like that. Popping up, berry on, I'm feeling generous. You look so good, you make me wanna throw a million ones. Yeah, I got 50,000 ways to make your eyes roll back. Have you talking to yourself like how she ride like that? Yeah, experimental. You wanna play some roles, get presidential. I'll be the Maryland giving the cake to you. Like a movie in black and white. Move to the music, throwing it back in time. I ain't seen you in like 7 days, yeah. I just wanna stay in for the weekend and get faded. you're always catering to me, so let me put you first. Yeah, I got 50,000 ways to make your eyes roll back. Hey, you're talking to yourself like how she ride like that. Pop another berry on, I'm feeling generous. You look so good, you make me wanna throw a million ones. Yeah, I got 50,000 ways to make your eyes roll back. Have you talking to yourself like how she ride like that? Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I got, yeah. You know I got.
This is one of the best things that I've heard Amber Mark put out in quite some time. She had the 3:33 AM EP in 2017, also Mixer and What If came out in 2019, and a well worth your time. Generous, definitely a step in the right direction for her. It's brand new on Apple Music. Next up on Beat Swamp, Easy Life with Nice Guys.
Don't sleep on me, girl, just because. Sprinkle me with your fairy dust. I'm on site and I'm all dressed up. I bleed gold when I fall in love. It's too much when we just don't speak. We're too young to be getting too deep. Party in the kitchen, drink all day, and we all night, we don't sleep. Nice guys come last. You might be top of the class, but you ain't, babe. No, you ain't, babe. No, you ain't, me. No, you ain't. Bad girls move fast. They might offer up, but I pass, cause it ain't free. Wait, someone tell me what is going on. Yeah, cause I'm kinda bored of treading water. Wait, stay afloat, let's try and move things along. I'm far too gone for a Tuesday. Spent way too long on the juice. You got some stress you can't process. You left me dazed and confused. And so we push all our problems to long grass, and we land on the moon. I'm the man on the moon. Nice guys come last. You might be top of the class, but you ain't me. No, you ain't me. No, you ain't me. No, you ain't. Bad girls move fast. They might offer up, but I pass, cause it ain't free. There's nothing wrong with our lifestyle. So far it's a perfect fit. Everyone trying to move in twos, but there's nothing better than a solo trip. It's too much when we just don't speak. We're too young to be getting too deep. Party in the kitchen, drink all day, and we all night, we don't sleep. Nice guys come last. You might be top of the class, but you ain't me. No, you ain't me. No, you ain't me. No, you ain't. Bad girls move fast. They might offer up, but I pass, cause it ain't free. Never been free, never been free. Yeah.
It's Easy Life from their brand new project Junk Food, which is out now in full. Really nice catching up with these guys recently. Okay, let's get into this. Hayley Williams of Paramore is coming back super strong in 2020. She's dropped 2 singles already. Simmer, which we've been playing a whole bunch on the show since it came out last Friday. And another brand new track, Leave It Alone. Yesterday, she was on Zane Lowe's show. You can catch up with the whole interview. Watch or listen on Apple Music. She went very, very deep about what her intentions are for this project. And I think both songs that we heard so far definitely show a different side of Hayley Williams. Kind of reminds me of 2000 era Radiohead in a way. I think she was probably listening very, very deeply to records like Amnesiac and Kid A. This is the second song that she's dropped from her brand new album, which is called Petals for Armour, and it comes out on May the 8th. And this one's called Leave It Alone.
Don't nobody tell me that God don't have a sense of humor. 'Cause now that I want to live with everybody around me is dying. Now that I finally wanna live, the ones I love are dying. Becoming friends with the noose that I made, and I keep trying to untie it. Make it into something useful. maybe hanging through a window pane. Turn it into a fire escape. It tastes so bitter on my tongue. The truth's a killer, but I can't leave it alone. But I can't leave it alone.
Still to come on the show, you're going to be hearing from Baxter Jury. He has a brand new record on the way and he popped in to give us the 5 best songs on Apple Music. Tame Impala back as well with a brand new record which is released 2 weeks today. The Slow Rush, pre-add it on Apple Music right now. And while you're there, check out the brand new video for this, Lost in Yesterday. It just came out. Gotta check out the video for this tune. I feel like Kevin Parker is becoming a really great rock star. He never wanted to be a rock star. That's the great thing about him. It's kind of why he rebelled against it in the early days. He didn't even used to wear shoes on stage. He just go on stage barefoot. That was the thing that everybody wrote about Tame when they first came out, because they were so kind of non-committal in interviews, but he kind of looked so strange on stage. It's like, why would you be barefoot? There's like nails and stuff there. You're going to hurt your feet, Kev. They have this new record out, and it's called The Slow Rush. It comes out 2 weeks today. And just from reading the interviews, there's a brand new one in Billboard that Kevin Parker has done recently. He's definitely stepping out of his shell. He has this kind of this aura about him where he's suddenly becoming very willing to accept that, yes, I am a successful songwriter. This is what I do. And I've never really seen that with him. It's quite exciting to see him in that kind of world. Okay, so that was Tame Impala and Lost in Yesterday. And this is Caroline Rose, Feel the Way I Want on Beats One, Apple Music.
I got this feeling, maybe it's just madness. I'm so in love with myself, it's so romantic. I see him staring as I walk down the line. I'm looking good, I don't think it's a crime. But everybody's so quick to stand up and say, gotta be this way or that way. Gotta ask yourself, is this really what I want? Everybody's so quick to cry out and say, you gotta keep your shit together. But baby, watch me freak out. Gonna feel the way I want to, feel the way I want to, feel the way I want to feel. Feel the way I want to, feel the way I want to, feel the way I want to feel. I'm gonna feel the way, 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 yeah. I'm gonna feel the way, 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 yeah.
Let me show you what I got. Come on, let me show you what I got.
There's only so much that a person can take. Too much abuse in somebody you break. I took a pill and I hopped on a plane, and I'm never looking back again. 'Cause I am on a strike against my body and mind. What once was pain is now pleasure of mine. Everybody's so quick to stand up and say, you gotta try to stay together. Gotta ask yourself, is this really what I wanted? Everybody's so quick to sit you down and say, try to be cool about it. Baby, watch me break down. Gonna feel the way I want to, feel the way I want to, feel the way I want to feel. Feel the way I want to, feel the way I want to, feel the way I want to feel.
She can really write amazing choruses. Caroline Rose, Feel the Way I Want from her new record, Superstar. And that's due out in March. I'm quite excited about that, actually. I saw her at South by Southwest last year, and you could just tell that she was reveling in the live thing that she was doing. And I think with this record, she's definitely changed the sound up a little bit, so I don't even know what that's going to be like in terms of gigs. There's a newcomer who we played earlier this week, and it went down amazingly, I have to say. Her name is Eve Owen. She's based here in London. She's actually working with the guys from The National. They're helping her produce her records and putting them out as well. There's an album on the way which is called Don't Let the Ink Dry. It's coming out on May the 8th. And I definitely think that Eve Owen is going to be somebody you're going to be hearing from a lot more over the next 6 months or so. So I was pleased to premiere this. It's a beautiful track. It's called So Still For You. And this is it.
Although my words are silver, they catch onto your syllables. Although my heart is a rambler, it stays so still for you. Maybe one time I'll turn Did you ever
get to know her. Go and check out the other track, which is on Apple Music as well. Eve Owen, she's just at the start. So Still For You is a brand new song which we premiered in the Breaking section earlier this week, and it sounds absolutely beautiful. That's what it's all about. Her record comes out in May. Don't let the ink dry. You can pre-add it right now if you like the sound of that. Also this week, we had the pleasure of welcoming Baxter Jury to the Beats One London studio. He has a new record called The Night Chances, which is coming out. I think it's his like 7th or 8th album now. And he came in, he had a really nice chat talking about his family. His dad obviously was Ian Jury, a legend in British music. You're going to hear a clip from the interview right after this. It's Slumlord.
Taps always dripping, sleeping in the daylight, leaning out of windows, some road laughing. No one's gonna say anything very nice.
Charm dripping like fresh honey. I'm the Milky Bar Kid. Soiled trousers, shiny cheekbones like graveyards in the sun. Murder shoes, dirty eyes sizing up.
Taps always dripping, sleeping in the daylight, leaning out of windows, some road laughing. No one's gonna say anything very nice.
Unless you got nothing to say, just don't say it. Sleepless angels have blessed us, and I'll shout you down in a slumlord way. Scary people saying silly.
Taps always dripping, sleeping in the daylight, leaning out of windows, some road laughing. No one's gonna say anything very nice.
Shake it down, shake it down, shake it down, shake it down.
What you like about me? 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 Taps always dripping, sleeping in the daylight, leaning out of windows, some roads laughing. No one's gonna say anything very nice.
The 5 best songs in Apple Music.
Let's talk about family life. As you mentioned, your dad is Ian Jury, for anyone listening who wasn't aware of that. I think Ian was one of the great wordsmiths, I think, of British pop culture, really changed the landscape of what pop music was. When you were growing up, was music kind of forced onto you guys in any way, or were you left to naturally discover it?
No, I mean, it wasn't forced. There was nothing forced in any way. I mean, we had two houses, because there was Mum's house and Dad's house, and Mum's house was a preserve of normality. So depending on how old you were or how interested you were in each household, you would favour one or the other. So as I got older, I would spend more time at Dad's house. There was a lot of occasions where there was so many weird people in a circle in what was the music room. It was quite a posh block of flats overlooking the River Thames, and at the expense of the neighbours, which Dad just plainly didn't care about. Everybody would be playing something at some point. So Dad usually played the drums, and then it went down hierarchically. The youngest person would be shaking a packet of cornflakes, and that would go on till 5 o'clock in the morning. The neighbours would complain so much that the local policeman, who was the guy assigned to dealing with noise complaints, got to know Dad, and his name was PC Honey. And he was this absolutely amazingly nice guy that would come round and go, when I'd answer the door, he'd go, look, hi Bax, it's PC Honey here. I'm not coming into the music room because I know what they're doing. So he'd come up and make himself a cup of tea. And eventually Dad wrote him a song and recorded it called PC Honey to the Rescue.
We had Charlotte Gainsbourg in here.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting because I think she said almost exactly the same thing about having two parents who were very, very different.
Yeah.
One of whom was fully invested in music and the madness that goes with being in the music industry. And then a very straight, normal parenthood thing outside of that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you're in the shadow of your dad's music. I feel like you've certainly done enough of your own music now to just be on your own path. Did you ever even feel like you needed to break free of, your dad's legacy?
You won't break free in a negative way, but you want to feel recognised for your own merits. And you want to know that your music's good enough to stand. It's its own thing. We sing in a similar way and stuff. But yeah, I think it's more about feeling inside that you are good at something. And that takes a while maybe to separate with a daunting legacy like that. It takes a while. But you just can't battle that negatively.
People like you and Charlotte Gainsbourg, you're in a really small group of people. There are more successful musicians than there are offspring of musicians.
I mean, it don't exist.
Do you know what I mean? It's quite
don't
small.
Exist. Only me and Charlotte, about the only people we've got an all each. I spoke to her actually the first time. I tried to get her to sing on this, and she wisely didn't sing. Eventually, we talked about our parents, and her first album was Dad's album. But I asked her if it was given to her by her dad, who obviously I'm quite obsessed by.
That's weird.
And then
isn't it?
she went quiet, so I wonder. She didn't want to talk
So it
about
was New
that.
Boots and Panties.
New Boots and Panties was the first record she was ever given.
Wow.
And I went, did your dad give it to you? And she went, Zook. So I don't know.
Do people ask you, because you're on the cover of that with Ian as a 6-year-old kid.
Yeah.
If anyone hasn't seen that now, I guess if you ever wonder what Baxter Drury looked like as a small child, you can see it.
Yeah.
You've got a son as well. Did you ever, when he was growing up, I bet people all the time were like, oh, you should recreate it.
Yeah, they
and
do that all the time.
And I don't. As well.
No, it didn't piss me off. And it's, these things you've grown up with. So it was I never not considered not having a strangely famous dad. I didn't know any other way.
Let's have another anecdote then. And this next track ties in with what we've just been talking about quite well, I think.
I used to listen to I used to go out with somebody in Paris, and I used to love, and when in July, everyone empties out, or August more, that empties out of Paris, and I used to jog round. I used to jog around the Eiffel Tower listening to this song, which I think is probably actually about a brothel or something, so it wasn't really inappropriate. Anyway, that's what I did. It was really nice. Lucky me.
What's the tune? Do you want to introduce it?
I can never pronounce it. Le Hotel Particular, no? Particular. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Serge Gainsbourg on Beats One.
Au 56, 7, 8, peu importe. De la rue X, s'il faut frapper à la porte. D'abord un coup, puis 3 autres, on vous laisse entrer. Seul et parfois même accompagné. Une servante, sans vous dire un mot, vous précède. Des escaliers, des couloirs sans fin se succèdent. Décorés de bronze baroque, d'anges dorés, d'Aphrodite et de Salomé. S'il est libre, dites que vous voulez le 44. C'est la chambre qu'ils appellent ici de Cléopâtre, dont les colonnes du lit de style rococo sont des nègres portant des flambeaux. Entre ces esclaves nus, taillés dans l'ébène, qui seront les témoins muets de cette scène, tandis que là-haut un miroir nous réfléchit. Lentement, j'enlace mélodie.
It's Serge on Beats One. Loads of people have played Serge Gainsbourg. I think it's a real popular choice. I think it's interesting that, you know, people come through in swathes who, God only knows, by the Beach Boys gets played a lot. Serge, for some reason, gets played a lot. Yeah,
it's very trendy these days, isn't he, Serge? Did she have to do this, Charlotte, or not?
I think Charlotte played a Serge song as well.
Did she? That's cheesy. I'm going to have a word with her.
There's a good thing that Jason Williamson from Sleaford Mods has written about you, which I got sent.
Brilliant.
He's written like an essay about the new album, and I thought he summed you up perfectly, really, really well. And he says the thing with Baxter is that he writes about the puddles of intimate situations and the micro-politics of domestic experiences. And I thought, that's it. That is exactly what Baxter Jury does. I don't even know if they're character songs, but what they do, your songs, is they zoom in on the smallest little thing. It could be two people having a cup of coffee, which lasts for 20 minutes or whatever, and you can write an entire song about it, about their feelings for each other and their thoughts. You really can zone in on the smallest inaccuracies and inarticulacies and weird little things between humans.
Yeah, well, it's personality-based micropolitics, as Jason said. It's about just failures and kind of successes of people's romantic lives, probably laundered somehow via me, you know what I mean? It's my experiences. And there's a few impressionistic characters that I use as a vehicle of like free speech, a device, you know, so I can kind of say things I shouldn't say.
Are they recurring characters ever?
Not really, I don't think. I mean, they're recurring in their nature. People are similar. They're seedy and they're...
Yeah, I was going to say that. Normally they are unsavoury, maybe. I think that's quite a good word. They're likeable, but there's an unsavoury thing. If you take a song like Cocaine Man, there's quite a dark element to that song, but also you quite like the character at the centre of it.
We did that song in Conk. You know, Conk's owned by
Ray Davies.
And Ray Davies came in as I walked into the vocal booth because he heard the rhythm section and he spoke to my friend Craig, the producer, Craig Sylvie, and I could see him nodding through the window and I could see him kind of admiring what we'd created as a backing track to Craig, and Craig was nodding back respectfully. And then I blurted out all that stuff and then he shook his head and walked out. I mean, I thought, what a load of nonsense. Who's paying for this?
Should we play another tune?
Yeah, Biggie Smalls.
Oh, yes.
Hypnotise. I mean, I chose this just because I've tried to nick this for this album I've just made.
In what sense did you try
to nick it? I listened to that. That's the only thing I listen to. I like kind of big, expensive sounding hip-hop from the 90s.
Yeah,
that's what I want to listen to. Yeah, love it. Really massively over-popular. I mean, the message is a little bit curious, and I listened to that, just so much of it. And this song, loads. And I thought the whole album sounded like that. I mean, and until everyone else told me it didn't. They liked the album.
Your album, you mean?
The new album I made is totally based on this song.
Sicker than your average. Papa twist cabbage off instinct. Just don't think shit stink. Pink Gators, my Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. That's dead right. If the head right, Biggie there every night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk, go through us. Girls want to us, wanna do us. Screw us, who us? Yeah, Papa and Pump. Close like Starsky and Hutch. Stick to clutch. Yeah, I squeeze 3 at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily.
Take that.
Recently, frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my peace. Keep my peace. Cubans with the Jesus peace. With my peace. Packing, asking who want it. You got it, flaunt it. That Brooklyn bull, we on it.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake.
I put the NY onto DKNY. Miami, DC, prefer Versace.
That's right.
All Philly, war, know it's Moschino. Every cutie with the booty, boy, the coochie. Now who's the real dookie? Meaning who's really the Rod, it's Frank White push the 6 or the Lexus LX 4.5. Bulletproof glass tips if I want some ass on blast, squeeze first, ask questions last. That's how most of these so-called gangsters pass. At last, rapping about blunts and broads, is them broads, menage a trois, sex and expensive cars, and still leave you on the pavement. Condo paid for, no car payment. At my arraignment, note for the plaintiff. Your daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement. Face it, not guilty. That's how I stay still. Richer than richer, so you just come and get me. Come on.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken. You're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken. You're so fake.
I can fill you with real millionaire shit. That's cargo, my cargo. 160, swiftly. Wreck it by your new one. Your crew run. Your crew run. I know you sick of this name brand with flows, girl, stay heat. Sweet like licorice. So get with this. It's easy. Girlfriend, here's a pen. Call me round 10, come through, have sex on rugs, that's Persian. Come up to your job, hit you while you're working, for certain. Papa freaking, not speaking, leave that ass leaking like rapper demo. Tell them take their clothes off slowly. Fill them with the force like Obi. It's black like Toby, watch me roam like Romy. Lucky they don't owe me, where to say show me, homie.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see?
So if you want to hear Baxter Jury trying to impersonate the notorious B.I.G., then check out his new album. It's called The Night Chances. I don't really know how successful he's going to be at that. Baxter's kind of a different vibe. Very, very, very London. He is Mr. London. He's an absolute dude. I could listen to him chat all day. If you want to hear more from that interview, then check the whole thing out on Apple Music. The 5 best songs on Apple Music this week came from the brilliant Baxter Jury. And before that clip, you heard Slumlord from the new record, The Night Chances, which is out imminently on Heavenly. Next up on Beats One, it's Channel Trace and King Princess coming together for a remix of Hit the Back. This is it.
Cause every turn you take is just exciting me. Cause every turn you take is just exciting me.
Dirty girl with lots of passion. 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 I need you to search my clothing. Feels so good to me. I need you to search my clothing. Feels so good to me. Dirty girl with lots of passion. 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 Dirty girl with
something new and very exciting which dropped a couple of days ago on Apple Music. Channel Trace and King Princess coming together. It's Hit the Back, the Channel Trace remix. And speaking of remixes, do you remember when we did the co-host with Georgia, where we went to her house and we did the whole show from her studio right at the start of the year, a couple of weeks ago? And she mentioned in that there was a remix of Scream coming out at some point soon from Never Let You Go, from Georgia's new record, Seeking Thrills. And she really picked it up. I think Scream had actually pre-tweeted when he probably shouldn't have done, saying this is the best remix I've ever worked on. And we asked Georgia about it, and she was so pleased about what he was working on. At that point, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was still a work in progress. Now, in the last hour, it's just hit Apple Music, and this is it. This is Georgia, Never Let You Go, the Scream remix.
Upptäck ny musik.
Matt Wilkinson, Beats One.
she's coming. Don't look up. I've got to do this. I've got to do it right.
Metronomy on Beats One, and before that you heard the brand new Scream remix of Never Let You Go by Georgia. It just hit Apple Music. Go and add it right now. And check this out as well. This is Shopping from their new record, For Your Pleasure.
Sound is the way that it reaches us. We take another sip of whatever pleases us. It's constant. The feeling. We get around every lesson it teaches us. Can't lose when opportunity seizes us. It's constant. The feeling. I'm light as a feather. This was made for my pleasure and I welcome the feeling. It's difficult, it's unbelievable. It takes a while to find the courage to face it all. There's always the feeling. I am light as a feather. This was made for my pleasure and I welcome the feeling. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Is what you get. Is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Is what you get. Is what you get. No sound is the way that it reaches us. We take another sip of whatever pleases us. It's constant. The feeling. We get around every lesson it teaches us. Can't lose when opportunity seizes us. It's constant. The feeling. I am free, never lonely. I'm your one, you're my only, but I still miss the feeling. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Is what you get. Is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Is what you get. Is what you get.
So still a couple more tunes from me to go. We've got about 15 minutes left. This is the sound of the brilliant Shopping, who have a brand new album on the way, coming out in February. That record is called All or Nothing. Everything that this band releases is fantastic. Go and listen to their back catalogue right now on Apple Music. It's Friday, and we've been playing loads and loads of new stuff. We had Hayley Williams, who just dropped a brand new song earlier on. Eve Owen, who we premiered a track from her earlier in the week. And one of the things that I saw that was going crazy on my timeline today when I woke up was Liam Gallagher has released a brand new EP. And this is pretty exciting, actually. There's versions on it of him singing Oasis songs, kind of redone them. He went down to Rack Studios, which is an amazing studio here in London that's been around for about 60 years. It's one of the best recording studios on the planet. And he did a bunch of acoustic tunes there. So you got versions of Casino's Shadow, Sad Song, which Liam has never, ever, ever sung in a studio before. He has. There's a clip of it in the Supersonic film, but it was never released. So this is the first time you're going to hear the full version of Liam Gallagher singing Sad Song. And also Stand By Me. And there's a couple of solo tunes that he's done on there as well. But there's also, alongside that, a video for Once, which was on Why Me, Why Not, latest Liam Gallagher album. And in the video is Eric Cantona. If you remember, Eric Cantona before Christmas said, "This is my favourite song of the year." And he was playing Once in the background. They've obviously got in touch with him and said, "Look, Cantona, will you do it?" And I heard a story, right, that apparently Cantona's agent, obviously he's an actor now, his agent was like, "We won't do it unless it's for, you pay millions." And Cantona ignored the agent and went straight back to Liam's people and said, "I'll do it for free and you're all coming out for dinner with me afterwards." How cool is that? Eric Cantona and Liam Gallagher together on this. This is Once.
It was easier to have fun back when we had nothing much to manage, back when we were damaged. Sometimes the freedom we wanted feels so uncool. You just clean the pool and send the kids to school. But oh, I remember how you used to shine back then. You went down so easy like a glass of wine, my friend. When the dawn came up, you felt so inspired to do it again. But it turns out you only get to do it once. I think it's true what they say, that the dream is borrowed. You give it back tomorrow, minus the sorrow. And that pain, she just comes in to break up the daydream. A knife edge is waving to keep from feeling the same thing. You only get to do it once. You only get to do it once. You only get to do it once. You only get to do it once.
And here's the thing, if Liam Gallagher, the biggest Man City supporter on planet Earth, apart from his brother, Tide, can get Eric Cantona, a Man United legend, to be in his video, surely, mate, you can make it up with your brother. That's not happening anytime soon, is it?
Then I sing my last song, a triple play. Do you wanna dance or do you wanna dance? I couldn't find a reason to stay in here.
I think I wanna dance, so do you wanna dance? I try to fuck my eyes out to turn them in. I think I wanna dance, so do you wanna dance? I am so happy I could die, happy I could die, happy I could die. But I just wanna watch you live. I think I wanna dance, so do you wanna, hope you wanna dance. And then I think about you and your friends, and do they wanna dance? I bet they wanna dance. And so I lie to myself once again. I never wanna dance, I never wanna dance. I'm so happy I could cry, happy I could cry. If you wanna cry too, we go. If you wanna cry out, we go. I think I wanna dance. I just wanna watch you live. But I never wanna do anything.
Shouts to Aaron Main, aka Porches, who's back with a brand new project, Ricky Music. Do You Wanna was a surprise drop from it about a week ago. Real nice vibe on that song, and it takes me nicely into the next track I'm going to play you from RYC. This is Muramasa and Eddie Rousel of Wolf Alice. Looking forward to next week. Muramasa and Slow Tie going to be playing the tune that they did together, Dance With Me, on US TV.
I want to be free. Remember how we used to be. Sit at home and dream. Stare at each other like TV. Teenage headache dreams come back to me at night and try as though I might to live for now. I don't know how, I just feel down. Teenage headache dreams. Seems like the good time's over, but nothing's really over anymore. Just take control.
I want to be free, romanticize reality. Reminds me what it means to be teenage headache dreams. I give up on the fight. Try as though I'd like to leave. I know I don't know how. Teenage headache dreams. Up all night. Taste life twice when I think back again. I'm back again.
She rests her head on my shoulder.
It's an absolute tune. Check out RYC if you haven't done already. Muramas's new album came out a couple of weeks ago. Teenage Headache Dreams. Love that tune. Last one from me today then comes from Dua Lipa. This is Physical from her brand new album Future Nostalgia. Keep it right here on Beats One. It's the Friday show with Julie Adenuga at 2 p.m. Daniel Kaluuya is going to be live in the studio.
Common love isn't for us. We created something phenomenal. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? You got me feeling diamond rich. Nothing on this planet compares to it. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Who needs to go to sleep when I got you next to me? Adrenaline keeps on rushing in. Love the simulation we're dreaming in. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? I don't wanna live another life, 'cause this one's pretty nice. Living it up. Who needs to go to sleep when I got you next to me?